Welcome back. It's Wednesday. I'm Lashana Guy, producer of the 9 a.m. show here at 25 News. If you missed this morning's show, no worries. I've got your news highlights right here. Now, if I seem a little unfamiliar to you, it's because I'm new to both the station and the area. Since we're going to be spending our mornings together, I thought I'd start today's show by sharing a little bit about myself and what you can expect to see here on the 9 a.m. recap. Since we're going to be spending our mornings together, you should know that I'm passionate about art, history, education, and advocacy. And most of all, I love sharing the inspiring stories that uplift us all. Every weekday at 10:30 a.m., we are recapping the good news only, the feel-good headlines and the local wins that bring a little more light to your day. But I want to hear from you too. If something good is happening in your world, a birthday, a community success, a personal victory, anything, something that made you smile, send me an email to news25 at week.com and be sure to put Hey Shauna, that's SHAUNA, in the subject line so I know it's for me. In the meantime, let's start today with something good. Today's show is full of inspiration. And before we get into that, I want to give you some fun things to put on your to do list, actually. So, in Chillicothe this month, they have activities going on all month long. And again, I'm sure most of the central Illinois surrounding areas do. But I don't know about it yet because you haven't sent me your emails. Send me your email to news25 at week.com and put Hey Shauna, hey, that's SHAUNA, in the subject line. But I want to know what's going on in your city. So Chillicothe this month. So on the second, that's tomorrow. Happy October. Their senior bingo night, and that's going to be at the Pierce Community Center from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. So that should be a good time. And then the autumn market is also on the second, and that'll be at the Chillicothe Public Library at 4 p.m. And then you have on the second as well, so that's all tomorrow, the historic program, which takes place at the Chillicothe Historical Society, and that starts at 6:30 p.m. And then heads up drivers in Peoria, Southwest Monroe Street will be closed Saturday. Well, sorry, not Saturday, starting today through the 3rd from Fulton to North William Cumph Boulevard. And that started today, but it starts at 10 a.m. every day until the 3rd, right? 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. But it's for a great cause. The Career Spark event is hosted by the Greater Peoria Economic Development Council and Junior Achievement of Central Illinois. This event gives 8th graders hands-on experience and opportunities to explore careers and plan for their future. So that's really good. So traffic may slow down, but our students are racing ahead to their success. So let's get started. Someone is celebrating their 100th marathon milestone. I'm going to pull that story up for you now. At 74 years old, Mike Oliver has completed his 100th marathon at the Quad Cities Marathon. He's already run a marathon in all 50 states and Washington, D.C., but he says nothing beats the views of the Mississippi, which keep him coming back to his hometown race. He runs every single Quad Cities Marathon since it began 20 years ago. That is amazing. I guess passion really knows no finish line, and inspiration can keep us moving forward at any age. And former inmates are restoring a historic church. This was a sweet story. As soon as I get it pulled up there. In Boston, former inmates are restoring the historic Tremont Temple Baptist Church. This is the first church that was integrated in America. Volunteers say the project gives them a second chance while breathing new life into the church's balcony and sanctuary. You know, they said some of those chairs there, you see, the seats of them had not been replaced since the 1800s. I would never, ever be able to sit up there in peace. But the volunteers say that the project again is giving them a second chance, and Pastor Jamie Owens is saying that the restoration shows the power of many hands working together for something bigger. And again, this volunteer that you just saw on your screen, he compared his work to restoring human beings being given a second chance and turning their lives around. And I thought that was pretty neat. So I hope you saw that story. If you didn't, I think it's still up on the website. I'll check that out and let you know. But it's a really good story. So when walls are built, so rebuilt, so are lives, and this story shows us the beauty of second chances. And giant pumpkins are bringing giant smiles. Elroy Morgan of Charleston is growing pumpkins, tipping the scales at more than 1,700 pounds. It takes greenhouses, heating cables, irrigation, and plenty of sunshine to make the pumpkins that size. One pumpkin will be featured in Bangor as part of a Chick-fil-A Guess the Weight contest. Morgan's goal is to one day grow a pumpkin that weighs over a ton. You can tell in this story just by the way he talks about the pumpkins and the growing process itself that he really does love what he is doing, and it's a real goal for him each year to grow these pumpkins bigger and bigger. It kind of reminds me, I mean, it's not a pumpkin, but it still kind of reminds me of who was it, and was it James and the Giant Peach? I remember that book and the movie. Anyway, these pumpkins may be too big for the porch, but they're just the right size to bring smiles all fall. And Joanna Gaines is getting her own Barbie doll, which I thought was pretty sweet. The interior designer and Magnolia co-founder Joanna Gaines is getting her very own Barbie. The doll comes with flared jeans, sunglasses, and a graphic tee with her birth year of 1978. The pre-orders are open now, with dolls hitting Target shelves in December. This is a little reminder that no matter your style, good news, like good design, never goes out of style. So from classrooms to community festivals, from second chances to giant pumpkins, today's stories prove that there's plenty of joy, hope, and inspiration to go around. And that's exactly what the Good News Only is all about. Well, that is a wrap for me today. Now I want to hear from you. Please go to news25 at WEK.com to share your thoughts on today's show. If you remember James and the Giant Peach, send me an email. You know the email. News25WEK.com. Put Hey Shauna, SHAUNA, in the subject line so I know it's for me. In the meantime, be sure to check out the midday newscast and to meet me back here tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. For now, I'm LaShauna Guy for 25 News. Have a wonderful morning.